Today is most auspicious day, appearance day of most revered Srila Gurudev and also Supreme Lord Shri Ramachandra. It is most auspicious event possible in this world when all good Supreme Lord and all good his personal associate, they appear in this world. It is for the eternal welfare of all. We cannot imagine even what kind of benefit we get by that, because when light comes, darkness is automatically removed, and all the problems created by darkness are also removed. And there is no difference between appearance of Supreme Lord or his pure devotee. They are one, same effect. So for the last 3 days we were hearing Ramayana and also some explanation by our Gurudev. So today I said I will read 2 verses which are from Srimad Bhagavatam in relation to Ramachandra, and tomorrow we will continue that explanation also, because today also the topic of Gurudev is there. As we heard, Dasharatha Maharaj, he was a very good king. Everything was all right, but he had no son and he was unhappy. So by the inspiration of Vasishtha, he made that yagya for getting son. So that yagya Purusha came out and he gave Kir Prasad to be given by Dasharatha to his wife. So Dasharatha Maharaj, he divided that Kir into 4 parts. No, 3 parts. He gave 1 portion, that is half, to Kaushalya, then 1/4 to Kaikeyi, and 1/4 to Sumitra. Then Chaturvyuha means Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha appeared in this world. From Kaushalya, Sri Ramachandra, Bhagavan appeared on today's Titi, Navami Titi. Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. As a Marjada Purushottam, Supreme Lord, which is showing that most ethical lila and qualities all there. Then from Kaikeyi, Bharat came, and from Lakshmana, from Kaikeyi, Bharat came, and Lakshman and Shatrughna. I forgot now how they came. 1 second. Yes. Lord Ramachandra appeared from Kaushalya. Bharata appeared from Kaikeyi. Yes. Lakshman and Shatrughna appeared from womb of Sumitra. Together they were like twins. They came from Sumitra. That same Kir was there. So today is that most auspicious Titi. Supreme Lord's appearance is eternal. His pastime of appearance in this world is eternal. In some universities he is appearing continuously, and also in the heart of pure devotee, those who are very eager for his service, he will manifest this lila in their heart. So in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, it is stated, Dhyayam sada paribhavagnam abhishta doham Tirtha spadam Shiva Virinchi Nutam Sharanyam Prityarti Ham Pranata Pala Bhavabdi Potam Vande Mahapurusha Te Charanara Bindam. O Mahapurush, protector of all who offer respects unto you, you are always meditated upon. You are the destroyer of the embarrassing conditions of material life, the provider of all that is desirable, and the abode of all holy places. You are worshipped by Lord Shiva and Lord Virinchi, that is Brahma. You are the shelter, the remover of your servant's distress, and the deliverer from the ocean of material existence. I offer my obeisances unto your lotus feet. Tyaktva sudushtya ja surepsita rajya lakshmim dharmishta arya vachasa yat agat aranyam mayam rigam deita yepsitam anvadhavat vande mahapurushate charanara bindam. O Mahapurush, the best of all those who are followers of Dharma, you gave up Lakshmi, means Sita, and the opulence of royal life, which are desired even by the demigods, because of his father's order or promise. You went to the forest to honor the word of the Arya and ran after the illusory deer to fulfill the desire of your beloved. I offer my obeisances unto your lotus feet. And before recording, we were singing this Dashavatar Stotram, so this verse was there. Vitarasi Dikshurane Dikpatikamaniyam Dashamukamauli Balim Ramanyam Keshava Drita Rama Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare. Dashavatar Stotram by Jayadev Goswami. O Keshava, in the form of Ram, you cut off the 10 heads of Ravan and made delightful gifts of them to the lords of the 10 directions. O Lord of the universe, all glories unto you, manifested in the form of Ram. Supreme Lord is only one, but he has many different forms, unlimited different forms, unlimited pastimes, and unlimited personal associates with whom he is performing his eternal pastimes. So today it is Sri Ramachandra's appearance day. By his grace we can be rescued from all immorality and can get ideal character and devotion to him. So I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy. We were hearing the Lila 3 days, and tomorrow we will also hear something more from that. And today also is the appearance day of our Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Ballabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. We were singing this song, 12 verses. The translation goes, I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Ballabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, who was born in the farthest Assam, that is in Gwalpara. It is like a small town. We are calling it now Dham, because where pure devotee appears, that place also becomes Dham. And engaged in education from childhood, appeared as the son of most merciful and most generous person, who, because he is giving our Gurudev, that is why most generous person, who by worshipping the best among Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva, is fixed in divine quality of worshipping the Vaishnavas. Gurudev was always very fond of studying, and his favorite subject was mathematics. He was not so much interested in other playing, even Gurudev told, they were telling me, you have to play football with us, and otherwise your health will not be good, other boys. But Gurudev said, no, I have to solve so many mathematical those equations, and you don't know what kind of happiness I'm getting when I solve. So Gurudev was engaged in that, and also in meditation, all the time meditation, and also worshipping that Lord Shiva. Those who were there in Gwalpara, they could see that Shiva, it is above in the hill, above the house of Gurudev, and now they named him Tirtheshwar Mahadev. So that Shiva is greatest Vaishnava. So Gurudev, from early past times, he showed that we should worship Vaishnavas. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, whose bodily limbs are very soft like champaka flower and are golden. And I can tell you also very cooling effect. Once in Vrajamandal Parikrama 99, Gurudev was coming down from bus. Actually, Gurudev in 99, he was traveling with us in a bus. It was number 4 bus. So Gurudev was sitting in front, and Srila Bhakti Sharan Trivikram, Maharaj Prabhupada's disciple. So once, somehow it happened that Gurudev was descending those stairs, and there was no one. So I came to assist him. I hold his hand, and this and is very cooling effect when that touch. Here it is written soft. I experienced very soothing, cooling effect. Golden, that also, yes, whose lotus face is effulgent, is effulging with a sweet, gentle laughter, and heart is contented. That is, I experienced when I first met Gurudev. I saw that golden effulgence. Before, you find in some churches the saints, that aura is painted. I saw that, but I saw it in practical in Gurudev. When I first saw Gurudev, and so beautiful, who, well adorned with the qualities of control over senses and humbleness, has accepted the sannyas order of life. Heart is always contented, Gurudev always blissful, because in the contact with Krishna, and he was giving bliss. He is giving bliss to all, because he has it. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who is the dearest disciple of Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj. Our Parangurudev said, it is his own statement, I have many disciples, but the one who is up to my, one who is up to the standard of my heart's content, that is Tirtha Maharaj. So favorite or dearest disciple. One time also, during Brajamandal Parikrama, our Gurudev became sick, and Parangurudev came to know of it, and Parangurudev was circumambulating the tent in which Gurudev was sick, lying down. Parangurudev was chanting and walking around out of affection, and he said, without him there is no Brajamandal Parikrama. So such affection. Then Gurudev got well, and it was resumed. Who earns a lot of respect as the best servitor in the congregation of Guru Vargas, and is respected in the entire Vaishnava community. You also know he was serving as World Vaishnava Association after Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and when he disappeared from this world, everyone from the beginning of Mayapur till the end, everyone came out to offer. From Chaitanya Mat, all mats, they all came out and did arati, respect everything. So it became very late. And when they came to ISKCON, only outside they did, but Srila Jayapataka Maharaj said, no, you have to bring him inside. Tomorrow again you come. So again, tomorrow means next day Gurudev had to come, and also Gopinath, Gauriya Mat and Tatra. So 2 days before he finally was put into Samadhi. So respected by the entire Vaishnava community, also in South India and other Sampradayas, everyone. Because pure devotee, everyone, natural, they have that respect. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who, like Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, was immensely distressed, apprehending the disappearance of his spiritual master, Lord Chaitanya's expansion, Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj, and thus took shelter of Giriraj Govardhan, who is maintaining his life only to fulfill the desires of Lord Chaitanya and Srila Gurudev. You remember when Mahaprabhu disappeared, then Raghunath Das Goswami could not remain in Puri. He went to Brajadham and he wanted to commit suicide by jumping from Govardhan out of separation grief. But then he met Rupa Sanatan there, and he felt the presence of Gurudev, means of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in them. Then he gave up that idea. Our Gurudev also, when he came to know, when he felt that Parang Gurudev will disappear, then immediately he went to Govardhan to pray. Then he was staying there also, and Gurudev told, I came there in the night and I started doing parikrama. Then suddenly one small boy came and he said, what you are doing here, Baba? I will do parikrama. Then he said, no, you cannot do yourself alone. How you will do? And very strongly he was speaking. Guru said, I did many times parikrama, Govardhan I can do alone. No, you cannot do alone. How you can do alone? That boy arguing with Gurudev and not letting him. Then Gurudev said, okay, then with that panda, we have that panda Giridhari, with him then I can do. Then that boy said, yes, that is okay. Then he took him to the house of Panda, and Gurudev was knocking, and Panda came out and said, oh, why you are here? I wanted to do parikrama, and this boy, he said, I should not do alone, I have to with you. Which boy? And Gurudev turned around and the boy disappeared already. Because some person, they asked Gurudev, that was Krishna himself. Gurudev said, I think some personal associate of Krishna, not Krishna directly, but some personal associate. So means Parang Gurudev sending or appearing to show them the example that you always have to stay in Anugatya in the following. So Gurudev was staying in Giridhari Panda's house for some days. Then Giridhari Panda informed our Vrindavan Mat, and that one god brother, no, disciple of Prabhupada, I think Indupati Prabhu, yes, disciple of Prabhupada, he came there and he told him, why you are here? You should stay in the mat of your Gurudev. That is also in Brajadham, in Vrindavan. You go there and stay there. Then Guru said, okay, I will go there. Then when Gurudev was in Vrindavan, then another god brother of Gurudev from Delhi, he told him, why you are here? Now it is Navadip Dham Parikrama going on. Everyone is waiting there for you. Why you are here? You have to go there. No, I don't want to go. Then that god brother said, no, you have to go. You are the main disciple of Gurudev. You have to go there. How things will go on? If you will not go, then I will kill myself here. And he put out that revolver, pistol. And Gurudev said, I became afraid. because he was serious. Means all arranged by Parang Gurudev. Then Gurudev went to Mayapur, and there the parikrama was going on, and Gurudev said, then I felt some strength. I forgot that separation grief when I was in association of many devotees. When you are in separation grief, you should not be alone. You should be with many persons. Gurudev said, I got this experience. So then at the end, Puri Gosai Maharaj, Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj came with the he garlanded Gurudev. He said, why? Because now you will be Acharya. Then Gurudev said, no, I am not qualified. How I can be Acharya? Then Puri Maharaj was disappointed. Then the Jagamohan Prabhu, also disciple of Prabhupada, he brought that letter which no one saw before. Parang Gurudev gave few years back to Jagamohan Prabhu, you opened this letter only after my disappearance. So no one saw. Jagamohan Prabhu also not, but he was a reliable person. So they opened, and there it was written that Parang Gurudev handwriting, I want to that after my disappearance, Srila Bhakti Ballabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj will be Acharya, president, signed. Then Puri Maharaj, you see, it is your Gurudev's order. If you will not follow, then you will commit offense to him. Then Gurudev said, yes, it is written there, but you give me some time, let me think. Then Srila Bhakti Prasad Puri Maharaj of Vrindavan Math, he said, no thinking, now you have to accept. the Gurudev accept. Means all arranged by Parang Gurudev, Lila. Then, so like Raghunath Das Goswami, he went to Govardhan to pray. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who has completed all the work of the birthplace of Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, started by his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj. You know, in Puri, birthplace, very difficult. Gurudev was working there for 10 years on the order of Parang Gurudev. Was very difficult. Then finally they got it, and then Parang Gurudev disappeared. Then Gurudev, with the help of Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj and others, they then erected that big temple there, and has earned a special reputation by fulfilling the innermost desires of his Gurudev and Mahaprabhu's devotees. Because no one was interested for that place at the beginning, but then when Parang Gurudev made that decision, he got it, and Gurudev was working very hard. And other God brothers of Gurudev, they said, we didn't come to the mat, we came to the mat to do bhajan, chanting this Bhagavan, not to go in court and like this. But Gurudev understood, it is the order of my Gurudev, it is service to Supreme Lord, it is service to Vaishnavas, it is service to Prabhupada. So Gurudev did that. Very difficult task. So he fulfilled the innermost desire of Parang Gurudev, who by virtue of his qualities of modesty, etc., is very dear to Lord Hari. If you saw Gurudev, always very simple living, very humble, and never any enjoyment, nothing. And Gurudev said, so many people, I am not requesting, not begging, nothing, but they are giving so much money. So immediately, I'm not keeping any bank account. Immediately when they give, I engage for the service of Vaishnavas. Immediately, not keeping money. Immediately, I give for the service of Vaishnavas. So that was Gurudev. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who by manifesting the greatness and magnificence of his Gurudev is the emblem of his dignity, eminence, whose greatness Gurudev once told, I never disobeyed my Gurudev whole life. So by seeing Gurudev, everyone understood the glory of his Gurudev, whose greatness is effulgent like sun, who is always endeavoring for the protection and management of Mat Mandir, spiritual learning centers, and who is always drinking the nectar of spiritualism. He was always carefully serving all mats, so that for the service of Gurudev, like we heard, Bharat Maharaj was running the kingdom on behalf of Ramachandra. He put his sandals there on the throne, and he was practicing all austerities and managing kingdom on behalf of Ram. Like that, Gurudev never he was in the mood, I am president, I am guru, no. Always as a servant of his Gurudev, he was serving all mats and everything he was doing as a servant of his Gurudev. And drinking the nectar of spiritualism means well established on spiritual platform. That nectar he himself was always tasting, and he was distributing there to whoever met Gurudev, they felt that. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who is engrossed in ecstatic dancing and singing the glories of Lord Hari. That is also we experienced. And the one devotee from Hawaii, I think he's a disciple of Sridhar Maharaj or something. When we were in Vrindavan, 99, then he came to our mat, and our Gurudev started that kirtan before parikrama. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, that one, and Jai Dao. And that devotee, when Gurudev doing Jayadvani, I was near there, and that devotee suddenly, he said, oh, this is something transcendental, this is something transcendental, oh my God, this is something transcendental, it is not of this world. Like he was commenting while Gurudev was singing, and he was fully like inspired. He said, this is transcendental. He felt that this is not kirtan of this world. We are singing. No, Gurudev actually was in direct relation with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, all they are there. Gurudev singing, direct relation. That also I saw. When I first met Gurudev in Mayapur, then there was parikrama. There I saw Gurudev actually singing for Krishna. I never experienced that before. Really, for Krishna he was singing and dancing, and that was something different and very attractive, and all obstacles, everything removed. Who in the mood of Vrindavan has retained Lord Gaura Hari in his heart, who is engaged in observing various festivities like Annakut, worship of Giriraj, Govardhan, etc., as per Vedic injunctions, thus giving pleasure to all the devotees. My first Annakut with Gurudev was 99. We were in Koshi, in Vrindavan, one place, camp there. So there I saw, and because there was some space problem, so I put my bedding in front of Gurudev's room, there on the corridor, with some other devotees, Indian. Then I had one milk, and it was hot, and I was turning like this to make it cool, and Gurudev came before entering his room, what you are preparing. Then I said, no, only I'm cooling down the milk. Oh, okay, okay. Then he went to the room. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, by whom all the desires of his Gurudev were fulfilled, who has been very fortunate to establish and maintain the place where Mahaprabhu visited in Kumudvan in the holy land of Braja. There is one Gokul center now there at that place, Kumudvan. There it was that there is one Kunda there. So Gurudev was explaining from the book Brajamandal Parikrama of Prabhupada Bhakti Thakur. So then after that Harikatha devotees dispersed here and there, and few of us, we were sitting there in front of Gurudev. Then Gurudev asked us, what is the meaning of this, that there are red lotus flowers in that lake? What is the meaning of this? Then we said, we don't know. Then Gurudev said, they are the faces of the gopis. They are taking bath, and their faces are above water, and that looks like red lotuses. We understood, we felt, Gurudev is directly perceiving that lila, so he is now telling us what is the meaning. That was in Kumudvan. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who by following the path of Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and Thakur Bhakti Vinod has taken shelter of the highest quality of devotional service. Highest quality of devotional service is Radha Dasyam, following Rupa Manjari. That is highest quality. So one time in train we were going from Chandigarh to Delhi, and it was my birthday, so I came to Gurudev wanting to request him for blessing. Gurudev was little taking a nap that time, little sleeping, so I waited. Then after some time Gurudev awoke like a small child, and very blissfully he woke up and he saw me. I was just in front of him. Then I said, Gurudev, today is my birthday. I pray for your blessing. Then he said, you should pray to my Gurudev. Then inside my heart, I was saying inside, not outside. Yes, I will pray to your Gurudev. That is okay. But you are my Gurudev. I am praying for your blessing. I did not say, but only inside. Then Gurudev said, okay, as if he heard. Means Gurudev knows what is in everyone's heart. Gurudev said, okay, then I am praying to my Gurudev to bless you. Then I was happy. Then Gurudev said, today is also the disappearance day of Basudev Ghosh Thakur. Then he said, I think he is also under Rupa Manjari. He said, actually when Gurudev said that, then I felt the Gurudev directly revealing to me that just now, outside we are seeing he's sleeping. But I experienced that time, by Gurudev's grace, that he was now in that lila serving under Rupa Manjari. And now he came out and he was telling, I think he is also under Rupa Manjari. Means Gurudev did not directly say I, but he said, I think he is also under Rupa Manjari. Of course, in other Harikathas also Gurudev told that he is under Rupa Manjari and under Nayan Moni Manjari, under Kamala Manjari. Gurudev directly revealed, and he also told what is his seva and everything. So we could understand he is personal associate of Radharani. In that maidservant Swarup, Manjari Swarup. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur that is, Gurudev is full faith in Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and always you read Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who by practicing the devotional path has taught and preached for the good of all. Example is better than precept. Always Gurudev, whatever he was preaching by his own practice, ideal practice. Who is elegant by being more tolerant than a tree, forbearing everything. There are so many examples you can find. Some they were giving trouble to Gurudev, but he was tolerating everything. And some were like accusing something falsely. Then some devotees, they said, you have to speak that this is not true. It is, you should say. Then Guru said, no, Krishna is very merciful to me. Why I should like have any revenge or something? Krishna is very merciful to me. Gurudev saw like this, and he was tolerating everything as a tree. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, who, to obey the orders of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, proceeded to the Western countries for the benefit of mankind, who, by spreading Lord Chaitanya's divine message of love of Godhead, is bringing good fortune to the whole world. You remember some disciples of Gurudev, they were pushing him, you have to go outside India also to preach, to rescue the fallen souls. Then Gurudev said, how I can rescue fallen souls? I am fallen soul. How I can rescue other fallen souls? I did not rescue myself. How I can? That is false vanity. How I can? They were pressing. Then Gurudev said, I'm not interested in any sightseeing. And like this he was telling, to show that Gurudev is only interested in the service of Krishna, not in other things. Then they were pressing so much. Then Gurudev said, okay, my Gurudev disappeared. My Shiksha Gurudev is present in this world, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. I will ask him what he will say, I will do. And Gurudev said, I was thinking he will say no, because he is very Brahmanical nature. In Western countries, they are not following any purity, nothing. So he will not like that I should go there. So I thought he will say no, and then I will be rescued. But Puri Maharaj said, no, you have to go. It is the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His teaching is for whole world, not for India only. It is also the order of my Gurudev, Prabhupada. You have to go. You know, you have enough knowledge of scripture, you have to tell them there is only one way in Kali Yuga Harinam, Sankirtan, and they should worship Supreme Lord. They may accept or not accept, that is not your thinking. You have to do your duty. But there are some who will accept. So why you want to deprive them? Then this made a click in Gurudev. And then he went and he said, by the grace of Puri Maharaj, I was always surrounded by devotees. They were protected me. They protected me, so I could not have spiritual fall, because always I was surrounded by devotees by the grace of Puri Goswami Maharaj. So when we are doing service of Krishna under the guidance of Gurudev and pure devotees, then everything will be all right. This is the teaching of Gurudev. Bringing good fortune to the whole world by spreading the message of universal divine love of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev, he said that, then he added the word transcendental divine love, because some misunderstood. So Gurudev said transcendental divine love, should be used, this word. So you should know this is not this mundane, this is last, that is different thing, transcendental, spiritual. I always offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Gurudev, whose transcendental birth is on the same day as of Lord Ramachandra. This holy date, Navamititi, is the giver of all kinds of good fortune, bliss, happiness, mercy, and gives firm faith in devotional practice. And also as Ramachandra Bhagavan is Marjada Purushottam, the perfect form of all ethical principles, ideal character, like that Gurudev from birth, ideal character. In school, to his parents, to his brothers, sisters, others, always ideal character. To Guru, fully ideal character. You cannot, one person came to our mat with intention that I will find some fault in him, in Gurudev. I will observe him very closely, many days, and throughout the day I will observe, I will find some fault. But after some days, after closely observing, he said, I could not find. And then he surrendered to Gurudev, became his disciple. Because it is impossible. Gurudev is Siddha, perfect soul, always engaged in the service of Krishna. Everything is for the service of Krishna, every second. And everything what he's doing. I always remember that Lila, when they brought some homeopathic doctor, and then he was asking too many questions. And Gurudev became annoyed because he had to do that service of chanting Japa Malas for giving initiation. And he thought, I'm wasting time. So then the doctor went, and Gurudev was so regretting that in the middle of like 2:30, Parangurudev's Bhajan Kutir was closed and everyone taking rest. So Gurudev told Sevaks, you bring Madan Prabhu, means Sevak of Parangurudev, to open. Madan Gopal Prabhu came and he opened. Then Gurudev was crying, I saw. That time Gurudev was doing half Dandavat in DT and everywhere. But that time, without any mat or something, full, like falling flat on the ground in front of Parangurudev and crying. I could not breathe when I was hearing Gurudev crying. Such thick atmosphere was that time. Gurudev crying. Gurudev, I commit offense to you. Means in Bangla he was speaking. I am wasting my time. You gave me the service, but I'm not serving you in this way. He was regretting. I could not breathe. So intense it was. Then Gurudev sat on the ground and he started to chant Japamala as atonement, as a purification means as atonement. I committed offense. So Gurudev was chanting with some special tune came, Gurudev chanting Japamala 2 rounds or maybe 4 rounds with some special tune came. We never heard that tune before. Very clearly and with tune and with that full prayer and surrender like this, and we all repeated. Then Gurudev was a bit pacified, then he went again to his room. Then that time when Gurudev came to the room, then I felt that really Gurudev is absolutely surrendered to his Gurudev. Absolutely. Even this word absolutely, I think it is not enough. Like fully, you cannot explain that. He's living for him only. There is no 1 second deviation to anything else. Only him, only Gurudev. Then I compared with myself, means that was the grace of Gurudev to show me that I am actually zero surrender to Gurudev. I felt I am not at all anything, totally nothing surrender to Gurudev. I am living my own life. But Gurudev is living life for his Gurudev only. So that teaching we got from Gurudev mercifully. So ideal character. O exalted sannyasi, O auspicious desire tree, at the end of this prayer I humbly pray unto you to kindly forgive all my offenses. O magnanimous, you are fully capable of maintaining your surrendered beings. Thus, by your mercy, kindly give me unalloyed, here this is the line of that Maharaj, kindly give me unalloyed one-pointed eternal devotion unto the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. Or that line can also come, Pranamami Sadat, always offer my obeisances. So, there are unlimited glories of Gurudev. You cannot finish. You can think, no, now I know. No. Gurudev is unlimited. And I am only one, like a particle of dust as his servant. That is eternally like that. The Gurudev is eternal and ever increasing devotion. And today many memories came, but what to do? And one also incident happened that reminded me, means he made that arrangement. Our Gurudev started these video conferences. When he was not going to Western countries, he was the first to start this internet preaching, video conference. So it was by internet, we are hearing Harikatha or sometimes question answer like this. But it happened that Sevak, he arranged everything, it was working. But when Gurudev appeared, then everything broke. And then trying so much to fix, but then ultimately you have to surrender, then it will work. To show that is something different. Also in Calcutta we were there. Another Sevak, not that Sevak, another one when came, everything was working. And it was later on internet stable, everything. And we were sitting there, I was physically there. Then Gurudev came down the stairs and offered obeisance to Diti and came to chair, and then everything broke then. Before 1 hour working, no problem, everything stable, but then broke and he was totally confused what to do now like this. So then by Gurudev's grace, we all understood that it is only by his grace that it is possible. Once we got this teaching, then it was working. So today also it happened, I was not planning, but I opened Skype and I wanted to paste that song of Gurudev there. And it said I have to update. So I've put update and it is not working. You have to close all your application. I closed. Again, I put install. The computer said you close all application, but I checked, no application was there. But not working. Then I restarted computer, everything, nothing was there. I put that Skype, not opening whatever I wanted to do. Even not up to that point that I have to install update, and not working. Now what? Then suddenly I remembered Gurudev and was praying. Then I got the, oh yes, this is Gurudev's grace. He reminded me of those pastimes, that time. Then I got the idea that I could try to install fully newly, although that Skype application was there on my computer, but it would not open as much as I tried. Still it was there. Then I installed a new one, then it was working. But I had to get that teaching, that it is by the grace of Gurudev only. So many pastimes. Gurudev also in Govardhan walking 99 parikrama, slowly but walking. So I got some apples there on the way. Then I thought I want to eat those apples, but they are not offered, so I will offer to Gurudev. Then it will be prasad, then I can take. So I came to Gurudev and I offered him one apple, and Guru said, no, I will not take. Then I became confused what I will do now. He's not taking. Then how? Then Gurudev understood in his heart what is there. I thought, how then I can take it? Then Gurudev said, I will not take, but you can take. Then I understood that Gurudev is accepting and ordering you can take. Then that is prasad. That arrangement Gurudev made, and so many pastimes. Gurudev is like full mercy, unlimited mercy, realized soul, perfect, coming from Golok, and so merciful you cannot imagine. And only we have to try. We have to try. Gurudev says, at least you try. We have to try to follow his instructions. Then we can get ultimate welfare, eternal welfare in Vrindavan, service of Radharani. Gurudev said you have to do bhajan in such a way that we will meet in Vrindavan. So Gurudev also told on the appearance day of Gurudev, it is our duty to worship him with flowers and also sing his glories, and this hair and singing, that is okay. Gurudev said that should be done. But the main point, how we will observe Guru Puja, how we will worship Gurudev. Actual worship will be, means how we will actually please Gurudev. That will be when we will follow his instructions. Because he appeared in this world on the order of Krishna out of compassion to take us, fallen souls, conditioned souls. Our Gurudev used this word, he liked this word, enslaved jivas. We are enslaved by Maya. We think we are free, but we are not free. We are enslaved by Maya. So enslaved jivas, out of compassion, Krishna sends to rescue us and take us to the lotus feet of Krishna. So that will be possible when we will accept the teaching, accept the instructions. So Gurudev will be most pleased when he will see that we are seriously, sincerely accepting his instructions, teachings. That will be actual Guru Puja. Otherwise, only flowers and Jai Gurudev, like this, that is okay. But actual satisfaction of worship of Gurudev, service of Gurudev, when we follow those instructions, because Gurudev will be pleased by that, because Krishna will be pleased. When jivas will come to him out of love Krishna wants, because that is best for us. So that is, today we are observing Gurudev's appearance. He came only for this purpose, to rescue us. So if we will sincerely try at least to follow those instructions, then we will actually do Guru Puja. And also Gurudev today reminded me from within that like in this world, Gurudev told in Harikatha, like in this world, if someone has birthday, then he becomes more magnanimous on that day. He will invite many people, he will want to make a feast and everything. And if someone brings some friends with him, or anyone from the street, or anyone is coming, uninvited, or whoever will come, on his birthday party, that host will not refuse anyone, because on that day he's more magnanimous. Anyone he will. So, like that, Gurudev said, Vaishnavas are unlimited mercy, but on their appearance day, they are more merciful. So, no one will be refused. So, without hesitation, I am bowing down to Gurudev. I could not speak his glories. They are unlimited. So, only I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for forgiveness for many offenses I did. I disturbed many times because of my selfish desires. I disturbed when Gurudev was like a mother, not minding, or sometimes chastising also, out of compassion, to wake me up, for my own good, to rectify. So, which I did, and I pray for his causeless mercy, that is, for the service of his lotus feet, and the lotus feet of his object of worship, that is Srila Param Gurudev, and whole Guru Parampara, and Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Radha Krishna. Jai Gurudev.